guys, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and you know what? Actually, I think here more than most channels, we kind of attack, I would say, like the social aspects of games. Like we do actually talk about specific content creators. I mean, I'm not afraid to call them out. We do talk about publishers, specific publishers, right? And we try to say things that other professionals, whatever that even means, what my peers might be too afraid to say. So I like to come off a little bit more colorfully. Sure, fluck it, you know. But I definitely am talking from a place of passion, obviously. But I do like to direct it at things that I like to think have meaning. You know, I do like to try to put on my critic boots. I do try to be somewhat of a journalist, occasionally, guys. But I know for the most part, we're just slanging it around, right? We're just shooting the shit, we're literally shit posting, and hopefully that's okay. And you guys can join me in the comments below. But I kind of wanted to ask you guys just a little question here. Okay, maybe it's a big question, but just real quick. Do you lose trust in publishers? Like, are there publishers where you're just like, nah, dude, fuck them? Because I kind of was in that boat there until recently. So like, I really would never play a game from, I'm just gonna name a few places, Area Games, Nexon. You know, I could probably go on and on, but those are the two big ones, right? You guys understand where I'm coming from? You know, for a while it was Ubisoft, and at the moment right now, it's EA. Like I'm just not playing anything from EA, but that actually changed, and I didn't even realize it. So I was actually talking in my Discord with somebody, and we were lamenting that a game coming out that looked really interesting was being published by Area. And, you know, I was like, yeah, man, I remember back in the day, you know, like when I first started with Free MMO Station, I was looking at all these different games, you know, from Area, Nexon, and like countless other those you know, publishers there. Come on, guys. And you see all these games, and it's like, oh my god, there's so many cool games. And then you play them, and you play them, and you play another one, and you play another one, and you start to see themes. You know, it's like, oh, that game gets shut down super quick. Oh, that game went pay to win hella quick. Oh, this game has issues. This game obviously isn't finished. And you know, you just see similar vibes and things in these games. Not to nitpick or anything, but you get a general feel of what this publisher is pushing out. You don't know why or how this stuff is happening. Like, oh man, this publisher is just greedy as hell and they just want to do pay to win. You know, sometimes that's actually not the publisher's decision. Sometimes it's baked into the game itself, and the developers are, you know, forcing that. And that's the old, you know, stipulation of why they would allow them to publish it, or something. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, okay? And I'm not here to forgive publishers, but I'm just saying, like, regardless, they're putting out that garbage, and we end up like, you know, we see this cool idea of a game, we jump in, and we just waste our time. You know, we put our time and effort in these games, and holy crap do they spam ads, but we learn of these companies because they keep pushing out stuff that almost hooks us in, you know? It's like, oh man, the game almost looks really awesome, and then it's shit, you know, in the end, when you actually really get into it. So yeah, Aria and Nexon are the two probably the biggest ones that often let their games die, often don't promote their games enough or in a real enough way. Like they'll buy Facebook ads, but they're not gonna really push for trailers. They're not really gonna push for YouTube videos or esports scenes or anything like that. Rest in peace, Lawbreakers. You know, they're not gonna push a game in a way that would be critically received by like reviewers and players. They don't actually push it in that direction. They just publish it in all the very weak and honestly very easy ways and very lighthearted ways. So, you know, that's still a big complaint that I have. Mainly Area, Nexon. Let me just shout that out one more time. And over, we hear developers lament how they signed on with Nexon, especially, you know, like Dirty Bomb and Lawbreakers. The developers come out later and being like, God, I kind of wish we didn't do that. Yeah, by the way, Dirty Bomb is actually ceasing development, and Lawbreakers shut down this year. So regardless, guys, you know, we have real world examples of real people saying real shit about these publishers. So it's not just me just shitting on them. It's not just me casually as a player, but I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure though, casually as a player, we can all agree that generally these publishers and these type of publishers that I can't even remember the names for because fuck those guys. These type of publishers tend to, you know, kind of drop the ball often. And you know what? Even some publishers that have had some hits in the past, like NCSoft, yeah. I had some sponsorships from some NCSoft games, but you know what I'm saying? It's just, man, sometimes publishers are just shitty. But I'm doing this video because sometimes, like, is just sometimes. So Area Games recently did a game called Iron Sight, and it's actually not half bad. Like, the game's not half bad. Actually, probably most of their games to some people isn't half bad, but like Iron Sight is legitimately good. And I don't know about right now today, hopefully it's not pay to win, but like when I played, it was pretty legitimate. Like, it was a legit like Call of Duty-like game. Yeah, it was in a lot of ways a clone, but like there's been a couple other clones over the years. Like, I don't know, like Combat Arms was kind of Counter-Strike-y. We had Ava, which is kind of Call of Duty-like, and there's been some other games, but like, you know, they were never real clones or never really pushed the production value. Iron Sight did. Like, it legitimately is decent, man. And there's a few other games from a few other companies that you can probably list out that are like actually okay now. I don't know what's going on. Even Nexon just put out MapleStory 2, and it's like everyone's enjoying it. It's got good reviews. I'm having fun with it. I'm gonna do more streams and videos on it. Like, even though it's generally not normally a game I would play, like I'm playing it, you know, until something changes, which is totally entirely possible. But like, I think that there is never a point of no return for publishers. I know we can look at trends, and sure, you know, maybe we're not going to buy founders packs for these games and things. Oh my God, what a waste of money that would be. But I don't think we should shun them. I said this before in a Bless video, which, oh my God, you know, like Bless. Actually, you guys received that very well. You guys were very mature in the comments. But like, I feel like every instance of every game, even if it was shit before, even if the publisher's shit and, you know, the history was shit, if it's free and you can give it a shot and it looks interesting to you, fuck it, be pulled in, get intrigued. Maybe don't get sucked in, you know, don't sink your teeth all the way in, don't spend money into it, don't become a fanatic, you know, be skeptical, but like, try to enjoy yourself, try to have fun, because sometimes games really can be good, even from these publishers. You know, NCSoft has good games and has bad games. Nexon had good games, has bad games, and Aria Games has a good game and a lot of bad games. And I think even then, like, sometimes the games can change. Like, maybe a bad game, they can reverse some decisions. You know, publishing is an ongoing effort. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, it's not something that you just do once. It's not just the launch of a game. It's not just buying the servers. It's not just putting up Facebook ads. It's like this whole involved process that is involved for the lifespan of these online games, which are ever growing, ever changing communities and literal physical worlds that we actually live in. So it's really exciting, but it also means that when we play these online only games, it becomes very obvious when a publisher isn't doing everything they could for a game. Like, it was obvious the second Lawbreakers launched. Holy shit, Nexon, you're a drop in the ball, right? You know, there's a lot of other games where it's just obvious. It's just so very clean and clear. NCSoft, but sometimes they do good, sometimes they do great, sometimes they change it around. Ubisoft did that as well. Rainbow Six Siege was garbage at launch. The day one was not good, the beta was not good. For Honor, the day one was not good. The beta actually was a little clunky too, though I had fun with it. And then now look where those games are. They're pretty great and they're pretty popular, they're growing. And in fact, Rainbow Six Siege is becoming an esport, and For Honor debatably could also have that potential soon, as we'll see with these coming year, maybe potentially. I think so, the potential's there. Let me say that again. And EA actually, man, it's EA. It's still EA, guys. But I don't think it's ever too late. They've got a lot of money and they want to make money. They also want to make the best games they can. Okay, well, I mean, that's debatable, but they want to push out big stuff so they get big money, right? And I think the way that they can appeal to the most amount of people that way is not to make pay-to-win shit and to sponsor their games, you know, push them as esports, push them as big events, make conventions for them. Why the fuck is there not like a giant EA convention? You know, why aren't people hyped up like Minecon, TennoCon, BlizzCon? Because it's EA, right? Because EA sucks. But I think EA could very quickly change around their image. I mean, they got enough money to do so, and they have the franchises to do so if they just cared to. And I think they will care. You know, once they stop getting money, though, I don't know. They probably get a lot of money from pay-to-win, you know, freemium mobile games like Plants vs. Zombies 2 and shit like that. So we'll see the future, but I think that's the thing, guys, is we should see, we should wait and see, and we should always be hopeful. I'm not, okay, look, hey, I'm the keep the hype alive guy, right? I'm not saying be hyped. I'm not saying be bubbling at the mouth, okay? But what I'm saying is, let's be hopeful, because things can change. A new game can come out and it could be a whole new start. Every single instance of even the same games, any single instance of a game is a new start for someone, and potentially it could grow into a community. It could be its whole new thing. It could be something beautiful. So don't just shut it down because of maybe your past experiences. Yeah, maybe it's your schema. Maybe you are knowledgeable of the potential risks involved with this game, but don't just shut it down, okay? Don't just do that, man. Let's go into games and let's just keep trying to have fun. That's all I'm saying. And hey, I'm the mean guy. I'm the mean guy on YouTube. That's okay. So I'm just saying that we can all have fun if we try to have fun. And hey, if the publishers want to drop the ball, then let them drop the ball. Don't let them take what was once fun from you. Don't let them just ruin it just because they're shit. Okay, maybe they are shit. But you know, I've played a lot of games. I have actually played objectively bad games, and I still actually had fun in them for the while that they existed and for the while that I played them. It's possible. So, you know, when you're having conversations with people online or in real life, you know, you're trying to get people to play new games like me. I do list videos. Maybe you're trying to co-op with somebody else, trying to get a guild to join into something. Good, bad, I don't know, awful, otherwise, publishers, sometimes they drop the ball. Maybe most of the time, but not always. And maybe for a particular moment in time, that game's all right. So, you know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You're not trying to sign your life away whenever you play these online games. You're not trying to give away or put like real effort into these games. You're not trying to work and grind. You're not trying to make every single game an esport, right? So just go in, and if you think a game looks interesting, have fun with it, because maybe it's good. Because I'm thinking these publishers are starting to want, you know, every occasionally so might want to make a, you know, a cool game. So Iron Sight's actually pretty cool. Maple Story 2's pretty fun. You know, For Honor's popping up, and I'm sure EA actually probably has some cool games I haven't even thought of in a while. Maybe they'll bring back Skate. Who fucking knows? But I think it's possible, and we should hold on to that possibility. And you know what? Maybe just a little bit, very subtly so, though, you know, we should keep the hype alive. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Skylent, and I'll see you again next time.